What is up, ladies and gentlemen? As you can see, we have another tier video. Like I said in the last one, it is a very interesting time because I am going to do more of these type videos and see how it goes with y'all. I think y'all like the other one where I ranked the WWE Championship, so I'm gonna do another one where I'm ranking ironic belts just popped up. WWE champions from 2009 to 2019. I know it doesn't have 2020, 2021, but um, we'll get there when we get there. Like I said, it's a process of trying to learn this, and it is very interesting learning this. I do want to say thank you to Nate for showing me how to do this and always being very supportive. So let's start. So we have Triple H. As WWE champion, he was an A. You knew Triple H when he had that belt. He carried it like it was prestige. Like when you seen him, you knew what he was doing. He pretty much was just on top of it. He knew what he was doing. Personally, him with the big gold belt looks better than the WWE Championship. Always been a fan of his world titles because I didn't have to grow up in the age of him terrorizing everyone, but at the same time, it is what it is. But yeah. Let's see. AJ Styles. He was an S in my opinion. He was carrying SmackDown for a while when he had that belt. When I know he had a weird feud with this one right here, we'll get to later, but this one, he had a weird feud with him and Ellsworth, and it was kind of weird, but he was carrying SmackDown when he won that title. And then when he beat this guy right here, when he beat that guy, I want him to get another one because he don't got much time left. He deserves, my personal opinion, three runs with this belt one more time. I don't know how long he signed, but he needs this belt again. He was one of the best to, do this, and he deserves 3 more title runs, in my opinion. We got Batista. He was always he's always like in the middle with me. I'll put him at A. He was another good one. Big powerhouse. Big. I think he beats. I don't know. He didn't beat Cena for it. I don't. Yeah, he did once when he turned heel. He did beat Cena. Yeah, he did because it was Elimination Chamber. They did the thing where Batista just came out and pretty much took the title from Cena. It was weird. It was very, very weird, and it was just awkward. But I enjoyed his title run. He had some weird feuds. He had some good ones, but overall it was pretty good. Oh, this one. Oof. Am I even live right now? Yeah, I am. Someone's hey, there's Mr. Horror. Well, not much. Just doing a tier list again. Can't find my video for some reason. It's kind of weird. But I don't know. It's an ad. Leave them alone. They wanted blue. That's funny as for he you would notice that there's the one right there too. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna get back in this. I'm on my phone so I can see how everything is. Is my mic working? Hello? Yeah, it's working. I've had like weird mic issues so far. Not an S tier. They were borderline S for me. I don't really remember a lot of their defensives. Uh, Triple H would disagree. Triple H would bury me for putting him on this list on an A. Like, Batista's was weird because he came out and just cashed in on Cena when he didn't even have money in the bank. He just said, "I'm Batista, my belt." And like, I don't really I remember somewhat of Triple H. I remember him beating Cena a couple times with it when he had it, but I don't remember much. Now we get on to this guy. This guy who should have been longer. So I'm not gonna give him a D. He deserves a C. One of the most underrated champions of all time. They did have Triple H and Batista did have an amazing rivalry, but it was like mainly for the world title, not really for this title. I'm gonna probably do the world after this, to be honest. But back to Bray. Bray was a weird one, because he was just he was transitional. He won it at Chamber, he held it till Mania, he lost to Orton. That's what it was. That's all it was. I wish he would have had a longer reign. He deserves another title, in my opinion. Not, I wouldn't say WWE, but he deserves Intercontinental, US, maybe Universal or World Heavyweight. Well, World Heavyweight, whatever brand he gets drafted to. Whenever he decides to come back after all his mental illnesses is what's up. It wraps up. Now we get to this. I'm conflicted with this, but I'm just going to do it. I hated his runs. I hated every single time he held that title. He disgusted me when he held that title because he was never there. This Brock Lesnar, no, Cowboy Brock Lesnar is, it is amazing. He's amazing. I really, really like the new Lesnar. This one was hot trash. Yes, I put Lesnar in D. I did not care for this Lesnar. We all know this. Everyone hated this Lesnar. He put on good matches, I will say that, but that's about it. But to me, he was just meh. Jeff Hardy. Bro, when he won that title, everyone flipped out. And everyone was so happy. So many people were happy. It felt good to have Jeff Hardy finally win that title. And then all of a sudden, he just lost it because of this guy right here. And his brother. His brother's not on here because his brother's never won the championship, even though I believe Matt deserves a chance with it. To me, Jeff was a special one. His merchandise was selling through the roof. He was just loved, and you couldn't deny the fact that Jeff was a very good person to have this belt at the time. I wish he would have carried it in the Mania, not with him and him main eventing WrestleMania. It should have, but honestly, they could have done the turn. This is just 2009 to 2019. I'll probably do another tier list of like everybody, but this is just like modern type WWE champions. Horror, Mr. Nate Murphy, Mr. AKA Nate. But yeah, he was another one that like he carried SmackDown when he had it. In the storyline, like they could have done with this storyline with Jeff was he defeats Edge, goes in the Mania, and faces his brother for the championship. They do the storyline where he's getting attacked, he's doing all this other stuff, but it's Matt. And, you know, they go into WrestleMania, they main event with a brother versus brother main event for the title. Jeff wins, keeps going. Hey, Wolf, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, this guy also belongs down here. I don't care. Awful. He was awful. Can't stand The Rock as champion. He was just there to be there. it was very interesting to see The Rock bring out that ugly title. God, that title was so ugly, but I didn't care for Rock having it. That's when Punk could have held that title in the Mania against Cena. They could have done Rock versus Cena without the title, like they did the first time. This did not need to happen. I don't care. Rock, trash. This Daniel Bryan, up here. This Daniel Bryan, just this eco-friend. I hate the belt, but this heel Daniel Bryan was amazing. This Daniel Bryan made me fall in love with Daniel Bryan. Not the yes movement, not the no thing, not the stuff with Kane. It was this Daniel Bryan. I loved this Daniel Bryan. And oh my, like he just, which WWE champion is better? Rock or Daniel Bryan by far. Rock is garbage. Prime Rock though, yes, Prime Daniel Bryan would be a really good match in my opinion. But this Daniel Bryan just made me hate his character, but also love his character. And I was just like, yes. Do we have to talk about this one? Like, let's be honest. Do we have to talk about this one right here? We all know he's garbage. He's trash. He's a terrible human being. And his title runs were god awful. And everything in between about him was just bleh. Was bleh. Was just meh. Can't stand it. Should have never had it. God awful. This one, Nate, I feel like you might agree with me. This one's going to cause controversy because you see who's next. You see who's next. Everyone thinks this, but nah. This man made you hate him as champion. Hate him with everything because no one wanted him as champion. Everyone wanted him gone. No one liked it. He played the best heel in modern besides this dude right here, besides Roman. This dude made you hate his run, hate his character, hate everything about it. That is what a heel is supposed to do, and he did it. Now, do I agree with what they did after he won that title? No. They pretty much put him back as a jobber. They should have kept him as a mid-card title to keep that value on that title and to keep that value on him. Because his heel work was phenomenal. I hated it, and I remember, Nate, you can vouch for this, how much I hated it to the point where I actually said he's doing his job. That deserves praise in this time. A heel actually doing their job to make people hate them. The reason why it's not an S is because it did get pretty much repetitive towards the end. Singh Brothers this, Singh Brothers that, he wins. It's kind of what Romans is kind of coming down to now at this point. Usos come out, Solo comes out, he wins, blah, blah, blah. But this dude made you hate him, made you hate his character. He made you hate everything about his title run, and it deserves praise. It deserves praise for it. Now, this might be a controversial one for me and a lot of things I believe, but I am not. He did beat like Shinsuke 3 times, which made me even more mad. He was the best He was the best holder of that title, hands down. He was the best modern guy to hold this title. I don't know why he's keep pausing. I don't know why. That Punjabi prison match was actually really good. But Punk carried WWE with that title, and it'd be a criminal not to put him in S or A. I put him in S because he held it down for so long, and it was just, he was so he was good, and I liked Punk at the time, and Punk did his job as a face, and Punk did, everything in between. But but my when you thought of that championship, you thought of Punk. He should have main evented a WrestleMania at least once, holding that title. Favorite Punk is from 06 to 11. Those are good Punks. That was good years for Punks. My favorite is Jesus Punk. That Punk was amazing. Randy Orton. How can you not put him at S or A? I know I put Batista and Triple H down, but to me, Triple H and Batista were world heavyweight guys. When I thought of that title, I thought of them. I thought, oh, Triple H, big gold belt. Oh, Batista, big gold belt. When I thought Randy, I thought of that title, the WWE Championship, because Randy Orton could make you love him or make him hate you. And it was just, there was no between. And the sad thing is, when he was a face and he didn't want to be a face, you could see in his work, you could see in his mic skills, he did not care. But when he was a heel, perfect. 2009, the triple threat WrestleMania between him and Cena and H. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Orton deserves more respect because I feel like a lot of people are just kind of disrespecting him at this point because he's not here. But when he comes back, that pop is going to be amazing, and he should win that title. I kind of want him to break Flair's record instead of Cena. I want him to be the one to break it. I think he's at 14. No, he's at 13. He's at 13. Because Triple H is, I think, 12. He's 13. Cena's 14, tied with Flair. He needs to be the one to break Flair. He needs to be the one to get fifth. Is it 15 or 16 that Flair has? I can't remember. Nate, help me out. How much? Flair's what? 15? No, he's a 14. He's a 14. No. Oh my God, I'm losing it. I think he's 16. He's 16. Orton's 14. Orton's 14. Orton needs to be the one to break it. Point blank. Thank you. I cannot think today. I'm gonna put him there. I'm not gonna put him in D to disrespect Dean. Dean's title reign was just boring. He didn't have a lot of good stuff. He was just there. To me, Dean is a mid-card person because even in AEW, his world title run was just meh to me. He's the guy that, like, when he chases a title, aka the mid-card, you know he's gonna get that pizzazz, and that's what I look for with Dean, is that character arc of him always grinding to get that title. And when he does get it, the mid-card title, he puts it out there. He makes it realistic. He makes it good, and everything in between. Yep, right there. Right what you just said. Exactly what you said. Dean's title reign was okay, but nothing compared to what it should have been. Exactly. He should have been an A or a B. But he wasn't. You said everyone says Cena should break it. I think Orton should break it. Then I think Cena should break it. Kofi was right in the middle. Kofi was. They gave him decent opponents and decent everything, but they didn't know how to book it without him going 15 years. 15 years. That got annoying quick because it was every time he was on the mic, he would say, it took me 15 years to get this title. It took guys like, yeah, poor Kofi. It took guys longer than 15 to get that title, and they didn't go 15 years, 15 years. They did do a good rivalry between Orton and Kofi for that title, which I loved. I will say that was his highlight. But then the way they ended it, he got squashed by that guy right down there in the D tier. I don't know why they did that to Kofi, They did it to E2, and it was just meh. I was just like, dang, they could have done so much with Kofi. Dare I say more about this? Dare I say more with this man and how, much he means to this business and how much, you know, he's done. And this dude literally made that title too because it was him, Cena, Punk, Orton, and Jeff that made me think that spinner belt was good. And Edge was phenomenal at it, and I loved it. I loved Edge's championship runs. They were so good, and it was just sad to see him retire at such a young age, and he could have kept going, and then he came back, and I want him to hold it one more time. I do. He deserves it one last time. Maybe the new belt. I don't know what they're going to do, but he deserves one more world title run. Oops, no. That was not meant to happen. I accidentally put him in D. Seth was an A. Seth's runs were good. He Edge did rock every belt he had. Seth's tower run was really good, especially when he had both WWE and US. His rivalries were so good. It was just sucks the fans turned on him so much. He killed it, dude. He killed it. He was the one. Actually, you know what? Nope, he's going up there. Screw it. He's going up there. He was the only person to cash in at WrestleMania in the main event. No one else has done that. Seth needs another title, and he needs that World Heavyweight Championship, in my opinion. Him, then Finn, then Nakamura, and everyone else in between. And the problem is, who the frick's going to beat Roman? But that's another discussion for another time. Seth killed it. I want another Seth title run. It's been too long. If you don't put this man in S, you're lying to yourself. Cena was the definition of a champion. He rocked that belt. He rocked every single belt. He rocked the Undisputed, the Spinner, and that one. Dude is pretty much the GOAT. He's one of the best outside the ring, inside the ring. I know he's got 5 moves of doom, but his in-ring work towards the end of everything was so good and everything in between. And he was good, dude. Cena was phenomenal. Cena was amazing. And, you either loved him or hate him, but at the end of the day, you had to respect Cena. It was Cena. Without Cena, WWE wouldn't be as big as it was. Without Cena, without Edge, without Orton, without Batista, them guys, we wouldn't get like Jeff Hardy, a Daniel Bryan, a CM Punk, and AJ Styles. Freaking Jinder Mahal would never became WWE champion. Well, that was just events because of India, but you get the idea. This one's tough. Because I want to put him here. Because it's not the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. This is big dog in your yard Roman Reigns. But Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is up. I'm going to have to put him in S because of just what he's done recently. He's killing it. He's the longest. He's going to be the longest reigning WWE champion in modern history. He's going to break 1,000 days at Night champion. He's going to be the guy that everyone is getting sick of, but at the same time. S now, C then. Yes, I will agree with that. His other title reigns were kind of meh, but now he's an S because just how much he has carried this company, put the company on his back, been this heel person, and just took it to a whole new level. And it is shown. And it is amazing. Big dog Roman Reigns, though, meh. Everyone knows, meh. I liked him, but he was meh. He was shoved down our throats. Okay, again, I'm not putting you in D. I'm putting you in C. You had like 10 minutes with the belt before Super Cena activated his I deserve a rematch now and beat you on the same day you won the title. Ray, I'm sorry that had to happen to you. But I am very happy you did win this belt. The only time in your career to have that belt, but see, that's the reason why I kind of hated Cena for a little bit. I was like, why you do that to Ray? What did Ray do to you to deserve that? And I was like, dang, they really did my boy Ray dirty. Sad. Now, this is another tough one. Because a lot of people are probably going to put this guy that he did. They're either going to put Sheamus here or here. But I'm going to put Sheamus here. Because Sheamus, he did something a lot of people didn't think would be possible. He beat Cena on his first big pay-per-view. He beat Super Cena. He beat GOAT Cena. He beat freaking Cena that beat you in 10 minutes on his first pay-per-view. And he won the World Heavyweight Championship a lot too. He won the new one because he won Money in the Bank and he cashed in and he did the whole 515 thing, which I thought was hilarious. And I appreciate that with Sheamus, and it was good. Sheamus deserves a lot more credit than a lot of people give him. The dude is tough as nails, and he's good. I like Sheamus a lot. Sheamus was always my favorite and one of my favorites, and he's going to forever have a special place in my heart just because of just his different looks he's had. The ginger spiked hair, the mohawk, the pubic hair beard things he had in his beard. But Sheamus was always underrated in my opinion. Always underrated. And the final one. The one who, as a kid, made me madder than a hornet on a sunny day. Oops. He deserves B. He didn't really have a special title run both times. He beat Cena at Mania, but it was just because of The Rock. That was the only thing people remembered him for. Even then, really wasn't memorable. He had a little custom title. He had all that little custom title, and that was it. He is the only person to be a 2-time Grand Slam champion, though, and I will give him the respect for that because The Miz is pretty good. He's not awesome, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. But this is my tier for WWE champions. Like I said, I'm gonna do the world title next. But I'm gonna end it. So if you guys want to watch it, stick around. We'll do the world title next. And I'm really liking this tier list thing. I like doing it. Again, thank you, Nate, for showing me how to do it. I'm really ready. Oh, Xbox, get out of here. I'm really kind of just looking forward to see what the future has with WWE and how everything's going to change with what they're going to do, especially with this new world title. Again, thank you, Nate, for showing me how to do this because now I am doing stuff that I wanted to do for a while, and I cannot wait. I can change the background color. Cool. But yeah, I'm gonna do another tier list, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Peace.